We got some good football that's going to be kicking off this weekend. There's a couple of games that I want to talk about. The first one I want to talk about is the Jackson State versus Texas Southern football game. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Coach Dishman is going to have that Texas Southern defense flying around to the ball out there on the field against opposing teams' offenses. One thing for certain is this. They're trying to make sure they get rid of that stigma where everybody think that they're the welcoming mat, as far as with teams coming into their stadium to get a W. Ain't happening no more. They're coming out there to play with a different type of attitude. And that attitude is the type of attitude where they feel that they can get out here and shock some folks and possibly position themselves to play for a SWAC championship. Guys, the billion-dollar question, I didn't say million, I said billion. The billion-dollar question I have is, will Jackson State come out in this game with that fire in their eyes looking to get this W against Texas Southern? We're going to talk about a few things right after this. You know it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, share these videos, and tap me in a friend to tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing because there's a few things that I'm looking at here with this Texas Southern football team. And the number one thing is the quarterback, KJ Cooper. Now, I'll say this. Texas Southern has played 3 different quarterbacks thus far this season, but KJ Cooper seems to be the one that's been able to get that offense rolling out there on the field to get things going in the manner which they need to. And I got to be honest with you, I believe this young man is looking to come into this game early and get that offense established against that Jackson State defense, letting them know that we can run the ball against you as well as throw the ball down the field, getting things going in the manner which they look to have them going against Jackson State in this game. One thing I say is this. The one issue that I got with the young man is this. I've seen a couple of times where he make the first read and then he let the ball go. Or if he has a little bit of time, he has a little extra time back there where he might be able to go ahead and make him a half a sandwich. I ain't gonna say a whole sandwich, but a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He can sit back there and go ahead and fold that bread in half and, get ready to take a bite out of it. Then he might take that second read on that second receiver that's out there on the field before he throw the ball down the field. Now, one thing I say, when he does have that time, you better understand one thing. His receivers, Jaron Johnson, A.J. Bennett, Kareem Charlo, and Trenton Leary. Trenton Leary is the favorite receiver out there on the field. If that young man gets a step on a Jackson State defensive back, that's your behind Mr. Postman, because guess what? The ball's going down the field to him. And trust me, he going to put that boy on a rope. He gonna sling that thing down there like a dart. He gonna throw a dart down the field to him, hoping he catches that ball, catch Jackson State slipping for 7 points. This is one thing I'm gonna tell the Jackson State defensive backs once again: you cannot fall asleep behind the wheel. You must make sure that you're keeping up with your assignment out there on the field and not peeking in the backfield. We can't do that. We can't allow ourselves to get caught up in the rapture with what's going on. If you see the ball going up in the air, get your behind over there to the daggone ball and quit taking your Christmas time getting there, because that makes no sense. You're going to find out real quick this kid throws a laser out there on the field. So if you hesitate, that ball is gone. It's getting to the receiver, especially it's supposed to be held over top. That's all Coach trying to tell you. But the one thing I say is this. Texas Southern got a rushing attack as well. They got a 3-headed rushing attack along with the quarterback who loves to pull that ball down and take off and run. I stated that to you guys before. They got 3 different backs to bring 3 different things to the table. You got Danny Green Jr. He runs downhill. He take one cut and go. Quintel Quinn is a bruiser. I think of him as a bruiser. This young man get up underneath the shoulder pads and he runs that ball. Listen, if he get out there in open field, y'all gonna be looking at the back of his jersey. You might be upset with yourself because you didn't make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Now, I'll make sure I say this name right. I don't want to butcher the name. Now, I can't butcher the name. Shawan Xavier Lewis. He is the elusive back. That young man, hey, listen, he'll get up in the phone booth with your behind, and you'll get to reaching and grabbing. And guess what? By the time you do this, he's out the booth and up the field. So you got to make sure you coming downhill, laying that hammer on that young man, making sure he doesn't get away from you and wrap up. We ain't talking about the hit stick. We talking about wrap up like we're supposed to. Form tackle, bring this man down to the ground, and let's play another down. Now, Jackson State, Jeremiah Williams, Josh Nobles, True Thompson, and Reed Pulliam. I'm looking forward to seeing you young men get out there and establish that line of scrimmage, keeping Texas Southern from getting crazy running this ball in the game. You guys got to come out and set the tone against them early and often in this game. The same thing goes with both teams. Whoever sets the tone in this game, in them trenches, going to get this win. Now, like I stated before, it's going to be a true assignment trying to stop that three-headed monster, that three-headed running game that they have. Like I stated, the quarterback himself, he like to pull that thing down and run the ball himself. We've seen that with the Jackson State quarterbacks, with McCoy as well as Morgan. They don't have a problem with pulling that ball down and taking off and doing what they need to do. Make sure I got the boy name right because I don't want to. Yeah, got it right. Cool. All right. Now, Jackson State did have a rough time against Grambling State last week. I know Coach ain't going to go back into that because I don't want nobody getting mad, start throwing no tomatoes at the screen, tearing up your TV screens and what I'm about to say. So I just want y'all to understand. I had to put it out there because, like I said, it's fair commentary. I just got to give it out there. I got to give it to you. But against this defense, against this Texas Southern defense, you guys better be ready for them to be flying around to the ball. You got defensive back Jarvis Williams. He loves to come downhill and lay that wood on folks. Yes, this young man played for Texas Southern. They don't have no problem with coming down the hill, hitting somebody, letting you know they're on the field, and they're not going to take no step back. You going to get up in their face and talk your trash, they're going to get back up in your face and talk theirs. So believe you me, it's going to be a stalemate. It's going to be whoever wanted the most and who's going to get this game. Not only that, but then you have like I said, Jarvis Williams had no problem hitting nobody that doesn't have the same color jersey on as him. Now, Stephon Wright, Jacob Williams, Isaiah Bogarty, they love to make things happen out there on the field as well. They're going to be looking to make sure they slow down that Jackson State running game as well as putting pressure on the Jackson State quarterback, keeping him from throwing that ball down the field. Two open receivers out there that could very well turn this game upside down for them. So we're going to see how all of the matchups are going to take place in this game. I want to see what Fort Lee is going to do. I'm wondering how soon or if and when Powers will be back to play. Like I stated, this is going to be a game where the offensive line for Jackson State as well as the defensive line, y'all got to come out in this thing aggressive, man. Y'all got to let these folks know y'all ain't playing no games with it. If you're not, guess what? They're going to do it to you. They're going to do it to you, and they're going to look to try to beat you down as long as they can until there's no time left on the clock. And guess what? They're going to walk up out of there with the W. This ain't the week for all of that to go down. Trust and believe. Texas Southern is trying to keep their hopes alive as far as them playing for the SWAC Championship, as well as Jackson State is looking to do the same thing. Jackson State quarterbacks got to play smart this week. Cameron McCoy and Jacoby Morgan, y'all got to make sure y'all got that ball in your hands and know what you got going on out there on the field. We got to make sure if we spot throwing somewhere where receivers should be, we got to make sure all of the receivers are on the same page as far as where that ball is being thrown to. Everybody got to know what's going on. If y'all got to get out there and light some fires underneath some folks' ass and let them know, hey, listen, catch the damn ball, then y'all need to get out there and do that because I'm like, guys, this thing is looking a little spooky. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm keeping it a buck with you because I'm like, guys, the tenacity. I'm waiting to see the nastiness. Who going to have the nastiness this week? Who going to get out here and draw that line in the sand and say, guess what? You ain't coming in here taking my cornbread because I'm coming to punch you in your mouth before you even think about raising your hand and ask for it. I want to see who coming off the ball like that this week from either team. Y'all got to show me something because guess what? A lot of the stuff that I see what's going on, folks are starting to ramp they play up a little bit more because it's starting to show they want it. They hungry for this thing. They want it. And now's the time to dig in and get after it and go get it. I'm just saying, everybody ain't just go, hey, that's so-and-so. We got to no. These folks, people coming out here to play some ball. So, let me move on to the next thing. I'm starting to ramble. I don't want to ramble with y'all right now. But the Jackson State running back room is deep. Now, like I stated before, y'all got to hold on to the ball as well. Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, everybody got to hold on to the freaking ball. You can't have 5 turnovers in the game and think that you're going to win the game. It's not going to happen that way. Trust and believe, when you turn the ball over, teams are looking to put points up on the board. And that's what they're going to be looking to try to do this week against you because, as I stated before, they got some folks out there that don't have no problem with knocking your stuff loose. You hear me? They coming downhill, they coming to pop your behind, and they hoping that you drop the ball on the ground. So y'all better make sure everything is ready to go. Get this thing popping off and rocking and roll like you need to. Now, as I stated before, the Jackson State Tigers their running back room is deep as I don't know what. J.D. Martin, Travis Terrell, Irv Mulligan, Jacoby Morgan, and Ahmad Miller. I'm waiting to see what y'all gonna do this week rushing that ball. Because you know what? Rice had a deep running back room as well. They ran for 330 yards against these folks. I want to see what y'all gonna do. I want to see if y'all gonna go and put this thing together and make it happen. Who is that? Prairie View. When they played Prairie View a couple weeks ago, Prairie View got a pretty decent running back room as well. I think they held them folks, 29 yards? So trust and believe that defense is coming. They're going to be out there looking to hunt and make sure they keep you guys off balance where you're not going to be able to run that ball against them in this game. So it's going to be up to you guys to make this thing happen. Like I said, everybody need to know their assignments. Defensive backs, you got to know your damn assignments. You can't be looking in the backfield trying to play peekaboo to see what's going on. If it's two safety high, understand your assignments. The middle linebacker, however you guys got it set up. If you're running a 3-stack or if you're running a 4-2, somebody got to understand who has the assignment up the middle of the field, not allowing the Texas Southern receivers just to sit in gaps, waiting, sit in the different pockets within the coverage for them to throw the ball. Because trust me, Texas Southern doesn't have a problem with throwing swing passes out the backfield to their running backs, allowing them to get up the field and do whatever it is that they need to do. So this is going to be another one of those games where you got to come out there and play and do the things you need to do. Listen, put some cotton balls between your ears and just play ball. Everybody need to go out there, play ball, and have a good time, because don't get out there and get to overthinking, because when you get to overthinking, guess what? Your draws get snatched off. So this is not what we're looking to see happen in this game. Now, my question to everybody is this: will this be the game that Texas Southern shows up and let Jackson State and the rest of the SWAC know they are for real? Or is this the game that Jackson State going to come out here, punch Texas Southern in the mouth, letting them know last week was a fluke, and anybody else that come in here trying this garbage is going to get their head knocked off too? Y'all leave your comments down below and let me know what your thoughts is on everything that we just talked about. But guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out of here. Oh, don't forget, leave your score predictions down there as well. But Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.